What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of our Pokemon TCG Pocket, and in today's episode, guys, we're gonna be looking at how to play Raichu with Arceus. I have two decks for you today that I'm pretty excited about. One of them is sort of kind of my own kind of thought process, and the other one I actually saw pretty big, large YouTuber, Spraggles, I think his name is. He posted this video, and yeah, I kind of just was like, no, that's a really cool concept. I don't know how good it is, but it's a cool concept, and so I wanted to kind of showcase that to you both as well. So we're gonna be playing two decks today, so let's quickly just go into what this deck can do. So this first one here rocks out with double Shaman in combination with Raichu and Arceus. Now the two Shamans are here to be able to give Raichu a little bit more health while also being able to take away 30 damage from attacks when Arceus is on the bench as well. This works out really well because you're going to want an Arceus on your bench, you're going to want a Shaman on your bench, and you're going to want Raichu in the front. So this always means that Arceus has potential to do 100 damage, no problem, when you're setting it up. We're running two Pokeballs and one Pokemon Communication. This is, I think, is just an optimal lineup for Pokemon search cards. And then two Professor's Research, pretty standard for just drawing power. Two Giant Capes makes Raichu as bulky as possible. Two Leafs lets us fix an Arceus lead. Two Cyrus because Raichu also punishes the bench. And then we're playing one Celestic Town Elder. I wanted to try this card out. It's a new card. And I wanted to see if it was possible that maybe you could be a little bit more passive with playing your Arceuses or Arceuses. I don't even know, man. Or you get two Shamans knocked out and you actually have the second Shaman you can bring back, and then you still get to keep healing for 20 damage. So I thought that was an interesting way to play it. And then the second deck, this is the one that I saw from the Spraggles here, but playing Manectric and Electrike as your kind of secondary offensive options. In theory, this is basically an Electric type Dugtrio from Genetic Apex, and so I thought having a Pokemon that actually goes pretty well going first and kind of stalls your opponent out lets you maybe build up Arceus more offensively in this one, and it runs a pretty similar lineup, but I am switching out one Cyrus from Arena, but basically it's the same deck. So that's sort of kind of what I have for you today. Let me know if there is anything in the comment section down below that you would change below on either deck, but this is sort of kind of what I thought was kind of cool, two different approaches to it. So let's hop into some games and let's see what we can do. All right, so we're starting off here in game number one with the Manectric build. So I'm curious as to what we can do with it. This one is a little bit harder for me because basically this is the net deck for me, right? So because I net deck, I didn't really make the strategy of it, so it's not really tuned to how I play necessarily. So there is pros and cons to it, right? You do get to see cool strategies, but at the same time, like, it can go awry because, you know, maybe I didn't really set this up in the best way possible for me, right? So my turn first here. Unfortunately, we are going first, so I don't get first energy on this, which does make Pikachu a worse lead. So we're just gonna do this in Giant Cape off of turn one here. There isn't really too much else that I can really do at the moment. Obviously this being Scrogunk, Scroopy, and Rattata. What's Raticate do in this deck? I'm so confused. I am so confused. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm going to also put the energy onto it. I'm gonna play the Electrike in case I need it, and I think we just call it a turn. If you can evolve, that's fantastic for you, but I would really appreciate being able to hit this Scrogunk pretty hard. What does Raticate do? Okay, now we get to 100. This automatically poisons. 80 for 1. I don't think I get it, but I will take it under advisement. I think I just go for Spark here. I think the Skorupi is probably the more threatening Pokemon overall, right? Like, I don't think that Raticate is particularly threatening. So I think this is what we go for. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. Is it Eevee? What are you rocking out with an Eevee for? Oh, I guess it's Leafeon. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, so 3 Pokemon that are weak to poison. And then you rock out with a Leafeon. Ooh. Because Leafeon is such a cool tech in these Dark-type decks because they're weak to ground. That's actually interesting. I am going to be sticking the energy on Arceus, though. And I think in this situation, I need to switch. So I guess maybe I should have put the energy somewhere else. But I'm actually kind of okay just letting this go down. Low-key. Because I would rather put this in a situation where I can... I guess Leafeon could be a pretty big threat early. But I don't think there's a reason not to do this, so... It is what it is. Now, Toxic does 20 damage. The red card... My guy, you do understand that red card puts 3 cards in my hand, right? Huh? You just gave me 2 extra cards for no reason. That's the worst red card I think I've ever seen in my life. Can I just point that out? That is an awful red card that you just played, my guy. Okay, so we're here. This is gonna do this. Fine. I'm a little tempted to Sabrina here. Just a little. But I would like to get my knockout here. Okay. I will go Flash. We will knock out this Toxic Road. So my opponent here... I guess they go to Raticate? Unless they're gonna go to Eevee and evolve into Leafeon here. Yeah. Or they're just going for Eevees because Eevee can do something? What? This is so confusing to me. Okay, so they're doing 20 here. I have to think they have Leafeon though, right? Like, this is ridiculous. Oh, I could have got the Manectric. Okay. That is fine. I'm gonna... set up this piece, I guess. I really don't understand what I'm doing, I guess. We'll pull this second Arceus. And I guess I'll just go for Flash here. This potentially makes the Eevee not move. And, I mean, I guess you just rotate to another one. I guess. This deck I thought was maybe cool at the beginning, and now I'm just like, I don't know what this deck is. Because now you just gave up Eevee for, like, no reason? Can I actually say it's no reason at all? At this point? Yeah. My opponent succeeds. I literally don't know. I literally don't know. But I guess I got to show off Manectric. Manectric stopped the Eevee from coin flipping. That's something. Alright, so I don't think I need to show that deck anymore. I just wanted to kind of showcase it once, but I actually like the other one a lot better, just because it's something that I kind of thought about as well. So We're not in the next game, so we'll see what we can do with the next one. All right, so game number 2 here. Let's see what we can do. We now got the better deck, probably. I mean, is it better deck? I don't know. I mean, I guess Manectric has some utility, but this start here looks so much more appealing to me. Like, you don't even know. Like, this start right here, immaculate, and I go second. So it's like, Manaphy Palkia, come at me, bro. Actually, a Sabrina here would have been incredible. But I will accept. So if this person does play, okay, so they don't have Misty, so we're good. Okay, so this is Vaporeon or Glaceon with the dope Palkia card. Okay, so we don't have any other basics in hand, so let's go for research first. Okay, so we get a second Leaf and a second Professor, so let's play this Pokeball out. Get the second Shaman. Not being able to evolve is painful here, but hopefully I'll get it next turn. I'll just Spark. And let's hit... Let's just start chipping the Palkia. The Palkia is the real threat out of this. My opponent just concedes, so I don't know that would have been a game that we would have won. I think they just didn't get Misty and called game. I think that's a little premature for that, but we will take it, and let's move on to game number. All right, so going up against May 93. Let's see what we can do. We're actually going second. Oh my goodness. The revelation that this deck has going second versus going first is just crazy different. I think that is one thing that if you're going to adjust from this deck, that finding a way to go first is definitely something to think about. Maybe that is why the Manectric deck actually has some usage, but or some like ability to move forward. But okay, so this is going to be an old Superior Celebi deck. Okay, we research here first to potentially get something else that's basic. We don't get it, but we get our second Professor, and that's okay. Second Pikachu. Put the energy on here and just start sparking. We'll hit the Celebi. Okay. So if I can pick a Raichu, we don't quite knock out the Snivy, but we start really pressuring this. Okay, there's Arceus. Don't need to work on Arceus at the moment. Leaf and Cape. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay, so I need to Cape. But the fact that I didn't get this second Raichu is a problem. Actually, I shouldn't have put the energy down quite yet. Yeah, because I got the Raichu anyways. So I kind of misplayed this. I did misplay this. That's okay, though. At the very least, I'll have another Pikachu next turn that I can do it with. So I misplayed by a turn, but it's not the end of the world. I can also Celestic Elder the Pikachu, so that I actually get second Pikachu back again. So I'm not just sitting with a dead Raichu in my hand. But they haven't committed energy to this at all. And I don't have a way to be any more aggressive. Yeah, because now they've healed up fully. Okay. And I get the second Raichu right away, actually. So we're going to play the Raichu. Play them both. There isn't really anything I can do, so I'm just gonna try to be as aggressive as I can and go for Spark and keep attacking this Celebi from the bench. If they get Superior, they're gonna have a pretty fair shot at knocking out. Yeah, they're gonna have a pretty fair shot at knocking this out. So I think they're X speeding out now to be able to KO. So they should probably have their Superior in hand. They were just able to heal that up full. There's Superior. So I need to rely on coin flips here to win this game, ever any shot of it at all. So 6 coin flips. They can do potentially 150 damage with 3. They only get 2, so they're only going to be able to do 70 here, which isn't great, but with Shaman, it's actually kind of still possible to have a shot. I'm going to start playing the energy onto this, though. We're going to Spark, hit the Superior a little bit. And at the very least here, I'm setting up Arceus in such a way that I only need to have one Pokemon on the bench. And I can knock out this Celebi and get 2 points and then be pretty aggressive against a Superior that's sitting on the bench. Now, as this Celebi gets stronger, it's obviously more of a threat, but if you only get 1 heads out of 8, I mean, that's pretty unlucky, but get all your luck out the way now. 7 and 1 out of 8. That's crazy. Okay, so 320 damage. They're going for style points on it, but it's okay. I will knock out this, we'll let them knock out this Raichu as well. Let's go for and pick up the second Shaman. And then what we'll also do is we're just gonna do this and we'll end our turn. If you try to switch out into a you're not even gonna switch me out. So you're gonna get this knockout here, which is totally fine. But I can do 130 next turn. So I knock out this Celebi. This Celebi stops becoming a threat. And I can then really pressure this Superior. So I actually do think that I have a comeback victory here. Yeah, your 8 coin flips. And all of a sudden you go 1 for 8. That actually works out not in my favor, though, a little bit, which is a little funny, but it's fine. We go for this Arceus. We actually leaf so that we can keep the energy attachment. I don't even really need to worry about this. We're gonna do 130 here. But I am gonna Fragrant just to make sure that this Raichu is back up to full, just in case anything happens with this Arceus. And then let's knock out this Celebi. And at the max right now, you're in a lot of trouble because even with an Erica, you don't get a knockout here, or you don't live the next hit. So this is GG to my opponent, and a nice comeback win here. Little threatening, right? You see 8 energies onto Celebi, and you go, "Oh no, it's over." But yeah, I mean, the thing is that anytime that you're playing with coin flips, it's not 100% win con. And I think people kind of look at it like the more coins you have, the more likely it is. But you always, like, oh, this doesn't even matter at all. I think there's going to be a concede in 3, 2, 1. Yep. All right, so that is GG's to my opponent. I think that showcases the deck pretty well. Raichu was sponging up all the hits. We had 2 Shamans on board, and then Arceus came in and cleaned up for us. So that's sort of kind of how to play with Raichu and Arceus. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.